Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me using some, I don't really know, using just some of the makeup that I've been wearing this month. If you guys want to get ready with me, then just keep watching. It is Saturday, so my husband and daughter are both home. And my daughter is very loud, so if you hear a little baby chatter in the background, sorry. Coffee in my adorable lipstick mug. I got this off of Whole Look, but the company is called Deny and Design, I think. It just says Deny on the bottom, but I'm pretty sure it's Deny and Design. What do I want to do? I did already put my eyeshadow primer on. That's just the Lorac. What am I using? The Lorac Behind the Scenes. I've been using the Bad Habit Supernova palette. I am so impressed with Bad Habit palettes. I know I keep saying that, but I'm really impressed with the shadows. Dupes of high-end palettes are not. They're very nice palettes. And I've also been using the Bad Habit Artistry palette, which is a dupe for the Master palette by Mario. Yes, my nails are super stained. Just don't. I'll do one eye ABH and one eye Artistry Bad Habit. Is that interesting? Spoiler alert. These are basically dupes. This palette is no longer available. I love this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. It's just the shadows are formulated very, very nicely. It's not even that the shadows are unique colors. They're beautiful colors, but they're just formulated so beautifully. So I really love that palette. But this palette is honestly just as beautiful. Both of the palettes are a little bit powdery. So as far as I can tell, I did post pictures on my Instagram stories and I saved it in a highlight because you can save highlights on Instagram now, Instagram stories. So I did do that. Those are, if I remember, I will grab that picture and insert it here, but they are essentially dupes. I did also buy the Milani Bold Obsessions palette. This was at Walmart. It's I think $20 on the Milani website, but it was $14.94 I think at Walmart. And I haven't used this yet, but this is a really pretty palette. I love Milani and I love that they're doing bigger palettes like this. I just think that's really awesome. $20 is a lot. $14 I was okay with. So I didn't have to pay for shipping. Let's take a quick Instagram poll. The votes are in. ABH versus Bad Habit. So I'm going to do this eye with ABH and this eye with Bad Habit. I don't have the exact same brush twice, so I have a towel down here that I will just like wipe the brush off because I feel like I want to use the same brushes. I'm going to go with, oh my gosh, I might have to like write this down. I will list the individual colors in the description box because this is going to get confusing. I'm going to go in with Lula from the Master palette by Mario just like my base color because that's what I always do. My lighting looks so strange today. I didn't do anything different. We'll just put that, and then I'll just kind of wipe this off on that brush. And then in the Artistry palette, that shade is called Mona, which makes me think of Pretty Little Liars. At Lula and Mona. I actually film other videos, so hopefully this works. I was going to say I'm going to go with something very neutral because I wanted to put a glitter on and wear a bright pink lip. But I feel like you can't judge a palette dupe if you use like the most neutral of the colors. So with this Morphe M330, my favorite blending brush, we're going to take Isabel from the Master palette. Just put that in the crease. The counterpart color is called Aria. Oh, are these all named after? Oh. So say, are these all named after Pretty Little Liars characters? Because that would be kind of hilarious. Let's just two, Mona and Aria. That's called Aria. I will say that this palette is a little bit more powdery than the ABH palette, but I do think that the ABH palette is still quite powdery. That's not that big of a deal to me, but just need to know that going in. I actually think that this side is blending better than the beach side. Now I'm going to take this Muse color, this guy. We're going to put that all over the lid. This is the ColourPop brush. Oh, does it? No, it doesn't have a name on it, so I don't know what it's called. This is just a clean blending brush. I'm going to take a setting spray and get this wet. I don't want to spray my coffee or my phone. Just go back into Muse. There's definitely fallout with this color, which is fine. I mean, I don't really mind that. I'm going to do the same thing on the with the Bad Habit palette. The counterpart color in the Artistry palette is called Primavera. This guy. Both of these colors have fallout, but I mean they're shimmery, so I kind of feel like that's expected. Ooh. Alright, let's get this brush wet. And do the same thing.
Sorry.
That was probably all just blurry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to put a little bit of Violetta, this dark brown, just like a little bit because this is a super pigmented color, just like a dot. Whoa. I regret doing that. Okay. The counterpart in the Artistry palette is called Tuscany. Okay, so this eye is Anastasia Beverly Hills. This eye is Bad Habit Artistry palette. What do you think? I gotta say, I feel like the ABH shadows didn't blend quite as well. Because I feel like it, I'm still gonna put glitter over it. That was what, I guess 4 shadows from each palette. That's typically like my max limit for shadows. I don't ever use 12 shadows in one or anything. The glitter that I'm going to use is one of these Pure Pro Quick glitters, I think is what they're called. This is in the color Namaste. They're really pretty. They have a flat plastic applicator. So I usually just, I mean, you can use this to apply it. I feel like this is kind of awkward, so I usually just put a little on a brush. And this is a Wet n Wild brush, and I just like tap a little bit of that on there. Oh wow. Amanda. I don't know what my daughter is doing downstairs, but she is just having a blasty blast talking to herself. And I know that she's talking to herself because I hear my husband letting the dog out right now, so she's just talking to herself downstairs. Like a crazy baby. We were going somewhere a a couple weeks ago, and I heard her talking in the back of the car, and I said, "Hi, what are you saying? I can't hear you." And she said, "I'm not talking." And I said, "Oh, I thought I heard you talking." And she said, "I wasn't talking. My gloves were talking to each other." Okay. One thing about these glitters is when you go to remove your makeup, it's very finely milled glitter. So it kind of goes everywhere. So the first time I took it off, I had it in like my eyebrows and it was just everywhere. But they're very pretty. And it doesn't feel like glitter at all. They're not chunky or anything like that. Even if you put a more opaque layer, I guess, on your eyes, you're not thinking, "Oh, I have chunks of stuff on my eye." They're very comfortable. For mascara lately, I've been using two. I've been using the Physicians Formula Argan Wear Mascara and the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara. I've had both of these forever and just never tried them, so I wanted to give them a whirl. I like them. I think I'm more impressed with the, oh balls, with the Essence mascara, but I'm not super surprised by that because Essence mascaras are sort of raved about, and for a pretty good reason. The Lash Princess is, it seems to be pretty legit. I have like the saddest, straightest, saddest eyelashes ever anyway. My brother has these beautiful, thick, like honestly, if you didn't know better, you would think my brother was wearing a band of false eyelashes. He has thick, black, long, curly eyelashes. And I'm like, what the heck? What are you gonna do with those? You don't need those. And then I'll just go in with a coat of this. Because at this point, I could not possibly get more mascara on my eyelids, so. Oh, nope, just did. Let's be a real YouTuber and actually do things to our brows today. I am liking this Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Mascara. I use the shade Nothing But Brunette. And I don't put a lot in because I don't really like that. And this stuff lasts all day. Like, it doesn't come off and it stays all day. I'm not going to wear foundation, but I am going to put a primer on and a little bit of concealer. So I'm going to use this Murad Oil Control Mattifier first. I do love this, but I'm just trying to use kind of a lot of it because it expires at the end of the month, because it has an SPF in it. So that was my bad for not realizing. I didn't even think about SPF and it expiring when I let it sit for a while. So I think that this is okay. Like I said before, I can't remember which video, if I used a foundation regularly and was testing it with that, maybe it would perform better. It's just not like amazing. I do like it because it has SPF in it, and I'm pretty bad about wearing an SPF. This is the No. 7 Airbrush Away Primer. This is pretty good. It's not the most, it's pretty good for filling in pores. I kind of like this a lot, and I just put that right here. There is a little bit of a scent to it, like a little bit of a floral scent. So if you don't like scented products, you might not like it, but I can't, you know, once you put it on your face, you can't smell it. I don't have a ton of blemishes right now. I have a few down here. Cover those up a little bit. That was the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. And I'm not trying to cover these, I'm just trying to minimize the redness. I'm going to use the smallest amount of Shape Tape under my eyes because I'm still trying to figure out how to make this work. Just like the tiniest bit. Still not my favorite, but whatever. I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores primer, not primer, powder. I put this everywhere, like I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to, but I do. I mean, without any face powder. I do like this powder, but Use a little bit of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Oh, it smells like summer. It's snowing and gross and disgusting out right now. I actually need a darker color of this because this doesn't really do much for me. And I thought it was pretty fair, but apparently I am not. Do I have a bronzer helmet? For blush, I'm going to use the Lorac California Dreamin' palette. I do like this palette. I'm going to use the color Ray. I always make like the most patronizing smile I can manage when I'm doing this. For highlight, I'm going to use this Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. It comes with this completely useless brush. I don't know why I don't just throw that away, but I keep it. I just think it's funny because on the back it shows you the areas you're supposed to apply highlight, except this is the most shimmery highlight I think I've ever seen in my life, so I cannot imagine this much highlighted. This is disturbing to me. Anyway, I'm gonna use this Milani all over blending brush. I got this at Walmart as well, and I'm gonna go in with this champagne-y color. No. Oh boy. Yeah, you need to use like a super light hand with this. It is, you want to tap once and then tap it off. It is legit. This is the Volition All Over Mattifying Mist. I'm just trying to use this up. I don't really think this is that great at all. Use my Lippy Stick Primer because this is an item in my makeup use up. I don't think that this is that great either, but I'm just trying to use it. It's okay. It's like a very nice light vanilla scent, but it's not like the most amazing thing I've ever used in my life. It wasn't intending to be so negative, but I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner. I'm going to fill in my lips with this. I'm going to take Bite Beauty Date. And then Bare Minerals Visionary. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I keep saying that I'm super impressed with the Bad Habit palettes, but I really am, especially if you missed out on the Master Palette by Mario, which is a beautiful palette. I really have been enjoying using the Artistry palette. That wasn't the first time I've used it. I've used it several times and I've really liked it each time. It's, I think, $12, and if you use the Shop Hush app, it's free shipping all the time, no matter how much you spend. Sounds like I'm being paid by Shop Hush, but I really am just super into Shop Hush. It's kind of a problem. But I've just really been enjoying the palettes, and they ship things fairly quickly. It doesn't take too long. But I think this is pretty. This is the Artistry eye. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye. What do we think? Yes, no? If you guys have any questions or comments or anything you want to tell me, and leave those in the comments down below. If you have any get ready with me's that you want to see in the future using certain colors or palettes, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.